It's the first day of June. A new month. It's set to bring something new for us too.
やっほー。
I get changed to meet him at the train station as always. We head for Batman to ask for Mr. Shoji's advice. He already knows, right? About the video?
大体は。でもね。
Hina's expression clouds.
反応がね。
It wasn't good?
乗り気じゃないとかじゃなくて、いいアイデアがなさそうというか。
I see. I tried thinking about it yesterday too. If we don't want to hand over the data, we'll have to use streaming to show the video. That would mean we'll have to upload it to the internet. As soon as we do that, there's a risk it will be downloaded. I can't think of any way to reduce that risk, even slightly.
何か考えてくれてると思うけどね。パパ活のね、予約サイトがあるんだけど。
Yeah?
庄司先生がね、作ってくれたんだ。
I see.
管理してるのはあの子だけどね。ひなはよくわかんないけど、いい感じって言ってた。だからね、動画のこともいい感じにしてくれると思うんだよね。
I'm in no doubt that Mr. Shoji knows more about these things than I do. If we're going to expand our business from now on, we're likely to need his knowledge.
時間的にはちょうどいいかな。
That's his place?
視聴覚室。お兄ちゃんは来ないんじゃないかな。
Oh, right.
行こう。
We pass through the gate and head inside the school. We enter the school building and make for the AV room. Mr. Shoji is not here yet?
座って待てよっか。
Okay. We sit side by side close to the entrance. I've been here a few times by now, but I still don't feel comfortable in our school's classroom. Especially with nothing to keep me busy. Fortunately, we don't have to wait long.
いやー、ごめんね。
こんにちは。
はい、こんにちは。
Mr. Shoji appears, wiping sweat from his face with a handkerchief. Breathing heavily, he drags a seat into position in front of us and sits down.
さて。
He shoves his handkerchief in his pocket and gets straight down to business.
動画の件だったね。
先生の知恵を拝借できれば。
He folds his arms, his smile fading.
究極的にはネトフラとかウルーとかの動画配信サイトみたいに手軽に動画を見せたいってことだよね。
そんな感じかな。
で、ダウンロードは献金と。
はい、現金です。
He tilts his head so far to the side his whole body follows it. This is going to be difficult after all.
動画配信はね、なんとでもなると思うんだ。サイト作って全部自前で管理するのはあまり現実的ではないけど。
どうして？
サーバーの使用料とか完全に自前でやるなら維持費がかかるし、サイト作るのも不可能とは言わないけど相当手間がかかるし、申し訳ないけど僕にはそこまでの知識もスキルもない。サイト作りでは力になれない。結局既存のサービスを利用するのが安上がりだし現実的かな。
でもそれだと。
そうダウンロードできちゃうね。ただね、ネットにアップする以上そのリスクはどうしても背負うことになるよ。どんなプロテクトでも破っちゃう人はあっさり破っちゃうからさ。ネットにアップしたものは拡散される。今の時代避けられないね。
そっか。
というわけでネットにアップしないやり方を考えてはみたんだけど、そっちもちょっとね。聞くだけ聞いとく？
お願いします。
DVD に焼いちゃってプレイヤーと一緒に貸し出す方法。あえて古いデバイスを使うことでコピーさせない手法だね。
良さそう。
でも穴があってね、ノート PC で簡単にコピーできちゃうからね。
ああ、そっか。お客さんサラリーマンの人多いから。
持ち歩いてるかもね。ノートドライブついてないの使ってても外付けできちゃうし、1回目は持ってなくても2回目に持ってきてコピーしちゃう人いるだろうな、絶対。 DVD じゃなくてコピーガード付きの USB メモリっていうのもあるみたいなんだけど。
Oh, I thought it was true, but
そうそう、なんかね怪しいんだよね。やたら高いから試すのもためらうし、いっそね VHS にしちゃえばダビングほぼ不可能なんだけどね。そうなるとどこで再生するのって話だよね。さすがに VHS はないか。
VHS か。何なのかわかんない。
そうだよね、世代じゃないもんね。
please stop. I'm not sure what's taken with him, but Mr. Shoji seems to be enjoying himself. VHS. That's a videotape, right? It's true that if we used that, we wouldn't have to worry about people copying it. I give it some serious thought, but can you even buy them anymore? Maybe at a second-hand store? Not to mention, the image quality would be really low. Yes, it's not an option.
いろいろやり方はあるんだけどさ、君たちでもできそうな現実的なラインを探るとねえ。
やり方あるならできるかわからないけど聞きたいな。
まあ、聞いても仕方ないよ。現実的じゃないから。ある程度のリスクは仕方ないと思って既存のサービスを利用するのが無難かな。
ありがとう先生。
いえいえ。
お礼にサービスさせていただきますので。
いいの？大した話できなかったのに。
時間作ってもらったからちゃんとお礼はしないとね。
悪いね。助かるよ。 あ、そうだ。お願いがあるんだけど。
何？
できればね、僕も動画見たいなって。
今？
そうじゃなくてね、わかるでしょ。
He means as part of the escort service? Or more like while he's doing it with one of the girls?
知ってる？生徒たちの間ですごく評判なんだよ。
すごく？
話題になってるよ、すごく。
そうなんだ。お兄ちゃん言ってくれればいいのに。
僕もね、体験してみたいなって。ダメかな？
Please, can I try it? Lina glances in my direction. Just say no, she said. Question mark? Until we decide how we're going to show the video, we can't make a decision. We can't make the decision right away. Wow, you tapped a double on it.
ちょっと待ってもらってもいい？いろいろ考えないとだし。
ああ、そっか、そうだね。もし自前でやるなら、サーバー用のマシンなら提供できるかもしれないから、何でも相談して。
ありがとう。どうするか決まったら連絡するね。
うん、じゃあよろしくね。
Next, Shoji stands up and beats a hasty retreat. Unfortunately, we weren't able to learn anything useful.
困ったね。
It did say there were a lot of ways we could do it, but...
あれね。
Hina smiles wryly.
多分何も思いついてないよ。先生ああいうところあるから。
Oh, is that why he was talking like that?
どうしようね。
In the end, he's probably right. Uploading it to MeTube or something would be the easiest to manage and simple to use.
アップしたら誰でも見れちゃうんでしょ？
Would it be okay if we do a limited release or something? Only people with a URL can watch.
ああ、そうなんだ。それなら大丈夫かな。
The only problem is, it's pretty easy to download things from MeTube. I'll need to come up with something to stop people spending the video, that is.
今そういうのわかんないな。
I'll give it a try after we leave.
お家で？
Yeah.
ひなもお邪魔していい？
Huh? Sure.
やったー。じゃあ一緒に帰ろう。
Yeah.
お邪魔しまーす。
Can I get you a drink?
大丈夫。お茶持ってる。
Hey.
あ、カレーの残りちゃんと冷凍した？
Yeah, just like you said.
よかった。そのままにしておくとすぐ腐っちゃうからね。
When Hina first came here, I was flopping all over the place. But now, I can hold a conversation with her, no problem. Is this what people mean when they say, you'll get used to it? I'm making progress after all. Take a seat, whatever. Hina nods and sits down on my bed. I sit in my chair and start up my PC. Slow as always. I want to use the money you got the other time to buy a new one. But how would I explain that one to my parents? Not that my mom ever actually comes into my room. It boots up at last. Alrighty then, I said I do test a few things, but what to do? First of all, how about uploading the video privately and only setting it to limited release when we want to use it? There's one thing I'm worried about. I hesitate a little, but this is no time to be getting embarrassed. Hey, Hina?
Hmm?
Could you help me out?
はーい。
Hina stands up and comes over to me. I changed the angle of the screen so Hina can see it properly too. So, this is my channel with 5 subscribers. Am I popular? What do you think?
アニメの動画アップしてるんだよね。
I guess it doesn't matter which. I altered the privacy setting of a video I uploaded several months ago from public to limited release. Right now, only people with the URL can view this video.
うんうん。
I'll send you the link. So could you check it on your phone?
はーい。
I said I do send it, but I don't have a chat app on my PC. I go through the tedious step of opening the video on my phone and copying the URL. I start up the chat app and send the page to Hina.
来た。
I log out of YouTube myself and try opening the video. Of course, I can watch it no problem. Is it working?
見れたよ。これ何のアニメ？
What was it again? And this unexpected question catches me off guard and I make a non-committal reply. It knocks me sideways when someone tries to talk about nerdy stuff with me. What anime? Hang on a second. You just asked me a question that I never expected you to ask. Hina doesn't press me any further. I guess she wasn't that interested. It's not like I've got anything to hide, but it's kind of a relief. I just switched it from limited to private now.
うん。
How is it? Did the video stop or anything?
うん。まだ再生されてるよ。
Terrible sight! 1 star! I check on with my own phone too. Just as Hina said, the video is still playing. I hit the refresh button, the video is replaced by a black square with the message, "This video cannot be played." Can you refresh your browsers for me?
はーい。あ、再生できません。
Yep, terrible sight. Can't have it in there. As expected, the same pattern as on my phone. Well, that went pretty much as expected. I was hoping to be wrong, but considering the way the site is set up, it makes sense. Looks like even if we set it to private or delete it on our end, as long as you have it loaded up, I'll be able to keep watching it unless they refresh the page. If we delete it, that should at least prevent people from downloading it, but
Hmm. ダメな感じ？
Yeah, I don't think we'll be able to control it fully from our end. If I did some research, I might find something, but that's how it is at the end of the day. F might. We just don't have the necessary know-how. Even if we were able to find something, there is no guarantee we will be able to make it work with such a superficial level of knowledge. Downloading something is incredibly simple. There are plenty of apps that help you do it. And even just entering the source URL would do the trick. If we upload the video to the internet, we won't be the sole owners of it forever, no matter what we do.
そうだな。
She fiddles with her phone, a concerned look on her face. Hmm?
一輝くん、招待するね。
Yeah? To what?
ひなと一輝くんとあの子でグループチャット。3人で話そう。
Oh, okay. No one's ever invited me to a group chat before, and I fret a little not knowing how it works. Fortunately, a notification pops up on screen. I pressed the accept button and joined the group. I guess, like you, as Rin. I'm pretty sure she's registered on here under a real name. Is this a separate account? And I must communicate with her using this Wagyu account. She's thorough, I'll say that much. It's strange enough that we're using this app to talk when she's in the next room. Oh, but what if Fiona does not know she lives next door? Come to think of it, Rin told me not to mention that she lives next to me. She really is thorough. If anything were to happen, she'd cut us loose without a moment's hesitation. I did some research too. A message from Wagyu appears with a ping. She must have bionic fingers or something, as another message follows in an instant, and another. The upset of a digital drug is that it's legal, despite how strong its effects are. The downside is that, unlike a normal drug, it doesn't get consumed. It can be used forever once you get hold of it. So we have to make sure no one else does get hold of it. But the chain of replies cut off suddenly. She must be in deep thought. Hina doesn't make any move to reply, so I sit back and wait too. We don't have the know-how. We can read up all we want about it, but we can't judge if something will work or not. There is no guarantee it will be worth going to the trouble to become experts on it either. We may as well accept it will end up out there sometime and try to make as much as we can from it quickly. That's the conclusion I came to. I can't say it doesn't make sense. Remember, as the creator of the video, the genius behind it all. The idea just anyone consuming it isn't the best feeling. Hina seems to pick up on my hesitancy. You check his video. I think he's okay with that, so am I. She sends a message backing me up. Me of a short while ago would probably have tried to clear onto my flimsy pride. Now, I don't care. This video or digital drug won't be solely ours forever, no matter what we do. I can't imagine the screening parties will last for long either. I agree with Rin on that point. In which case, the only viable conclusion is... I'm with you. Needs must. We should make as much as we can, while we can. It might not be the best solution, but it's better than nothing. At least, I think so. I continue explaining how we could use the video in the escort business. We'll upload the video privately to MeTube. When we need to use it, we'll set to limited release. We'll delete and re-upload it every now and then. That should be the best way. Rin agrees. We set up an account especially for the digital drug and set Rin as the administrator. We agreed to discuss the details another time and end the meeting. I put my smartphone in sleep mode and set it down on my desk. I can't deny I feel like we're going into this half-baked, but it is what it is.
一輝くん、よかった本当に。
Huh? Oh yeah. Prince right. You don't have to know how or the skills. But
ちょっと
I wonder if we aren't rushing things? I can't help but get that feeling. We've only done one screening party so far, after all.
急いでるっていうか。
Hmm? Hina goes back over to the bed, sitting down with a flump.
なんていうのかな。なくなるものはどうせなくなるから。なくしていないうちにって。そういう考え方というか、やり方するね、あの子。パパ活もね、女の子はよくいなくなっちゃうから。
Really?
だって仲介なしでお仕事取った方がお金は稼げるでしょ。
Oh, that's true.
お客さんと直接のやり取りしなくていいのと、お金をちゃんと払ってもらえてるってメリットはあるけど、信用できそうなお客さんいたら、これから仲介なしでどうですかってなっちゃう子多いんだよね。だからね、常に今が最高で、あとは下がっていくだけって考え方してる気がする、あの子。
I see. That does indeed sound like Ren. She's a realist. Or at least not an optimist. She probably never intended to do this long term. If she's basing her brand on schoolgirls, she'll be able to carry on until she graduates at the longest. Earn as much as you can in the shortest time possible. That might just be the long and short of it. You won't hear any complaints from me. I think it's the least bad option.
そっか。ならひなも OK。
Oh, yeah, there is just one thing I'm worried about.
何？
You might not work depending on the quality of the internet connection. Like, if it cuts out or something.
ああ、それは仕方ない。最初に言っておくしかないよね。
Yeah, just be careful, guys. Once the internet disconnects, maybe you will chew, and so will your life. I mean, just somebody, you'll be okay, hopefully. I guess so. If it's still effective with low resolution, it might not be a problem, though.
試してみる？
What? Hina stands up and comes back over to where I'm sitting. She comes up behind me, reaches around the backrest, and wraps her arms around me. Ah, Huggy.
二人で。
You mean like watch it together? Now? This unexpected development leaves me speechless. I never intended to watch a video again. It just feels so good. I'm worried I could get hugged.
やってみたら無理でしたってなったらダメだし、確かめておかないとでしょ？
She has a point. But what if there are side effects? One thing scares me further still. What if I did something horrible to you? Hina giggles and brings her face close to my ear. She whispers.
してほしいから言ってるんだけどな。
I guess it's fine with you arousing her. I'm being well. There come up. I had to take a guy lost for words again. That seals it. I'm still a virgin at heart, and a line like that is devastatingly effective on me. I'll get it ready! remains wrapped around me. Of the cursor of my heart racing. I'll upload a digital drug as limited? No. Private video. I choose title at random and leave the description blank. I decide to set that up automatically. And now we wait. The file size isn't all that big, so the upload finishes right away. Done?
それじゃ見てみよっか。
Yeah. Fiddles with a smartphone still clinging onto me. I set it so we can only watch it from my phone.
ああ、そうなんだ。
I take my phone from the desk and wake it from sleep mode. I log back into MeTube and open the video from the administrator panel. I'll set the image quality to,
ねえね
yeah?
え、行こ
I guess that's the best way to enjoy, yeah, okay, yeah, that was accepted. There was I'm told to stand up and go over to bed. My personal agent, sits down next to me, peeking at my phone. And I are going to use the digital drug, and it's the first time we'll be trapping at the same time. I'm pretty nervous and a little scared. But there's no denying I'm turned on. Okay, so hey, I don't even need the drug. I'll set the image quality to the worst for now.
う。はーい。
I got the image quality and finally press play.
うん。
Oh, this is.
うん
Hmm?
ダメかな。
Ah! All I can do is right there. Exhausted. Why is it a shower? Gazes at the shower in silence, not speaking, not moving. I simply crash out, unable to do anything but wait for the tiredness to lift. Yeah. As per usual, you're making God's work out there. And I appreciate it.